Welcome, everybody. It's your girl, Delores, just the pink girl in my pink world, here on every social platform. Ladies and gentlemen, as we told you last week, the good brother J News is not here today, but we still go on every platform. So, hi, J News people. Uh, ladies and gentlemen, we got some good stuff for you today. And then we'll talk about something that I'll be doing later on that I can't wait for. So let's get over to the Hit the Road Studio podcast because you know what time it is. It's time for us to review and preview all things that happen in professional and indie wrestling. So, yes, ladies and gentlemen, I'm back here. Before I start, let me come in here. Thank you so much, Leonica. Leonica said, I'm going to come in early. Thank you. So, let me go on to the back. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the Hit the Roast podcast. I'm your girl, Delores, and you know what time is it? It's time for review. Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to start out with WWE. We're going to go to Monday Night Raw, and it was Monday Night Raw 1682 on the 18th on Netflix. Ladies and gentlemen, you had Io Sky defeat Raquel Rodriguez. We had Penta defeat Xavier Woods, which I died laughing at this match. A non-title tag team title match, the Judgment Day defeated Dragon Lee and Mr. Iguana. For the WWE Women's Intercontinental title match, Becky Lynch defeated Natalya. And we also had Jey Uso defeat Braun Breaker. First of all, this is the episode in which Naomi, which I am glad that she's not injured. But Naomi told us the reason why she was not there is because her husband announced that they are having a baby. Yes, Naomi is pregnant, and so she cut a heel promo saying that she has lost her title before, but she will not just give it up. She just laid it down in the ring, and she says, "You got 9 more plus months till I come back, and I don't care if I'm breastfeeding with a baby on my hip. I'm coming back for my title." And so it was so good because it's the first child between her and her husband. Her husband has 2 older kids. One is graduating college, and the other one is graduating high school. So that's a good start over for them. I also enjoyed Jey Uso coming out dressed as New Jack. If you all have not been an ECW fan and you don't know New Jack, that was my spirit animal. New Jack was very nonsense, didn't play with nobody. If you did not know, go back and watch the Dark Side of the Ring episode where they cover him, and especially I think it's the subway incident where he a young boy decided he wanted to wrestle. He picked the wrong people in the wrong time, and he got up there and essentially got up to the top height and was scared. And New Jack just took him down, and he ended up getting injured really bad. But the boy lied about his age on the certificate to wrestle, so that's how they got away with things. But New Jack was very eclectic. That's the best word I can put for you. And he said exactly what he meant. And just go back to when he was in Mid South and he cut the thing about OJ. Like, he's always just been a crazy talker who you never know what you're gonna get from him or what you're gonna see. And that's what I enjoyed about him. But to see Jey Uso kind of give you the bent down around the head, the cut up shirt, the walking down with the shopping cart full of like trash can lids and different stuff, it was totally worth seeing. So that I would tell you all to go back and see that because I truly enjoyed it. So way back in the playback, we're gonna go on to the next show, which was NXT, ladies and gentlemen. NXT 799 on the 19th on the CW. We had a Philadelphia street fight where Josh Briggs defeated Yoshiki Inamura. We had Ricky Saints defeat Jasper Troy. We had a six-man tag team title match, which had a special referee of Masha Slamovich as the fatal influence of Fallon Henley, JC Jane, and Jasmine Nix defeated the Elegance brand, Ash by Elegance, Heather by Elegance, and M by Elegance. We had the WWE title number one contendership match. Javon Evans defeated Trick Williams. I enjoyed this show. Not the greatest build to what we're going to talk about in the preview for tonight, but we'll see. Maybe the show tonight will do like other shows. WWE has bad builds to pay-per-views. The pay-per-views have been pretty good or great. We're on to SmackDown, which happened this Friday. Ladies and gentlemen, it was SmackDown 1357 on the 22nd on USA Network. Mello Don't Miz, which is Carmelo Hayes, and The Miz defeated the Motor City Machine Guns, Alex Shelley and Chris Sabin. Piper Niven defeated Charlotte Flair. Shocker, because I didn't think my girl was going to lose. The Street Profits of Angelo Dawkins and Montez Ford defeated MFT. JC Mateo is Jeff Cobb. And Tongaloa. Jay Cargill and Tiffany Stratton defeated Becky Lynch and Nia Jax. So, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to move on, move on to the next show, which is from the company AEW, All Elite Wrestling. Ladies and gentlemen, All Elite Wrestling. We're going to start off with AEW Dynamite. Dynamite was on the 13th on TBS, HBO Max simultaneously coming on at the same time. Not HBO. Hiroshi Tanahashi and Jet Speed, which is Kevin Knight and Mike Bailey, defeated the Death Riders of Claudio Castagnoli, John Moxley, and Willa Yuta. We had an AEW World Title Eliminator Tournament final match. Brodito, which is Bandito and Brody King, versus FTR, which is Cash Wheeler and Dax Harwood, ended in a time limit draw and went to 30 minutes, and that was a draw. Athena and Mercedes Moné defeated Alex Windsor and Toni Storm. For those who do not know, I was currently watching the previews. The main event of the pay-per-view started at 1 o'clock. So as soon as I leave here, because I'm trying to jet out of here, I will be watching the pay-per-view that AEW is having right now, Forbidden Door, which is them, AEW, and New Japan Pro Wrestling together it lasts about 5 or 6 hours. So it might run into what I need to do, what I talked about earlier, but I cannot wait to see it. So back in the back I go. Ladies and gentlemen, we're on to the next ROH, Ring of Honor. Ladies and gentlemen, Ring of Honor 130 was on the 21st on ROHWrestling.com, or you can go through their app. CMLL World Trios title match. El Sky Team, which is Mascara Dorada, Mystico, and Neon, defeated Los Desperados, Magnus, and Ruhidio. JD's going to kill me about not rolling my R's. And Valdero Jr. We had Blake Christian defeating Beef. We had the Beast Mortos defeat AR Fox. The Sons of Texas defeat Adam Priest and the Workhorsemen, which is Anthony Henry and Jenny Drake. We had my girl Trisha Dora, which I love Trisha Dora. She was the Pan-African champion, defeated Janai Kai. We had Hechicero defeat Jay Lethal. Next on, yesterday, it was AEW's Collision 107 on yesterday the 23rd, TNT HBO Max simulcast. We had Hiromu Takahashi and Skyflight, which is Dante Martin, Darius Martin, and Scorpio Sky, defeat the Don Callis family of Hechicero, Josh Alexander, Lance Archer, and Rocky Romero. We had Megan Bain defeat Isla Dawn. Queen Aminata and Willow Nightingale defeat the Triangle of Madness, Julia Hart and Sky Blue. Zack Sabre Jr. defeated Max Caster. Konosuke Takeshita defeated Tomohiro Ishii. Big Bill defeated Mark Andrews. Gates of Agony, Bishop Khan and Toa Leona defeated the Grizzly Young Veterans of James Drake and Zach Gibson. We had the Young Bucks, Matthew, it used to be Matthew and Nicholas, they cut their name short. Matt and Nick Jackson defeated Paragon of Kyle O'Reilly and Roderick Strong. On to TNA, Total Nonstop Action, ladies and gentlemen. TNA's Knockout World Title #1 Contendership Gauntlet match. Jody Threat defeated Danny Luna, Indy Hartwell, Killer Kelly, Rosemary, Zaya Brookside by DQ. And as you see, this is how the eliminations went. We had Frankie Kazarian defeating Jake Something. We had Order 4, which is John Hotch, John Skyler, Mustafa Ali, defeat Matt Cardona and the System of Brian Myers and Moose. Ladies and gentlemen, you know what time it is. It's time for me to have a little fun because I got to get extreme with GCW, which is Game Changer Wrestling. And you know what? Time for a homecoming. And we went to the first part, which was on yesterday on Triller TV. We had I enjoyed all of this because I got hardcore, I got fun. It was just great. Garage Beer World Title match. Shotzi Blackheart defeated Matt Cardona. And we had Killer Kelly and Scarlett come out to help. Ladies and gentlemen, I was ecstatic. I was super ecstatic to see Killer Kelly. I cannot listen. The joy that I had to see him and Scarlett was, I get to see them in hardcore matches. Oh my God. I want to scream. I just want to scream. But on to the next matches. Drew Parker defeated Marcus Mathers. We had a death match. Dr. Redacted defeated Ultra Manus Black. We had a 6-man tag team death match. Joey Janela, Masha Slamovich, and Matt Tremont defeated VNDL48. There's Atticus Cougar, Christian Napier, and Otis Cougar. GCW tag team title match. We had YDMP, Alex Price and Jordan Oliver defeat Los Desperados, which is Gringo Loco and Jack Cartwheel. We had a 6-way scramble death match where Brad Bronson defeated Bam Sullivan, Cyclope, John Wayne Murdoch, Little Sicko, and Mr. Danger. Watch yourself. Because he's the man right here, and he always be losing. So I be shocked when he wins, let alone. AJ Gray defeated Austin Luke. For the GCW World title match, we had Effie retain his title by defeating KJ Orso. And then we had a death match with Masai Takeda defeating Slade. Ladies and gentlemen, we're on to the next show, which is New Japan Pro Wrestling. Ladies and gentlemen, New Japan was on the 17th. It was the finish of the G1 Climax. Oh, sorry, ladies and gentlemen, go back. There we go. And we had Yasuda and Zane J defeat Shamakato and Tetsuya Matsumo. We had Kojima and Taichi defeat Murashima and Makabe. We had Master Wado and Toriano, along with Yo, defeat El Desperado, Taguchi, and Yoshihashi. We had the House of Torture, Don Fale, Sonata, and Kanemaru defeat El Phantasmo, Oleg Bolton, and Tiger Mask. We had Hiroshi Tanahashi, Shota Umino, Yuya Uemura, and defeat the United Empire of Callum Newman, Gretel Khan, Jacob Austin Young. We had the Bullet Club War Dogs defeat David Finley, Drilla Maloney, Gato, and Taiji Ishimori defeat Daki Nagai, Hiromu Takahashi, Shingo Takagi, and Yota Tsuji. House of Torture, Doki, Renorita, Sho, and Takahashi, Yujiro Takahashi, defeated TMDK of Hartley Jackson, Koji Fujita, Oiwa, and Zack Sabre Jr. And for the final G1 Climax 2025 final match, he did the Lord's work, everybody. He did the Lord's work. Because Konosuke Takeshita defeated Evil. Evil. Listen, if Evil had a won, I would have came on here and I would just slam my table and screamed repeatedly because I never want that man to ever win anything. Not because he's a bad person, because his character sucks. But that's the end of that, ladies and gentlemen. And you know what time it is? It's time for a preview. It's time to look ahead in the world of wrestling. Let's start off with what's happening right now. Right now. Right now, ladies and gentlemen, on pay-per-view is New Japan Pro Wrestling, AEW, Forbidden Door. Ladies and gentlemen, let me tell you some of the matches that are happening right now. Adam Copeland and Christian Cage versus the matriarchy of Killswitch and Kip Sabian. For the AEW TNT title match, Kyle Fletcher versus Hiromu Takahashi. AEW TBS title 4-way match, which I cannot wait to see. Mercedes Moné versus Alex Windsor versus Persephone versus Bozilla. AEW World Tag Team title 3-way eliminator match. We have the Hurt Syndicate of Bobby Lashley and Shelton Benjamin versus Cash Wheeler and Dax Harwood from FTR versus Brodito of Bandito and Brody King. We have the AEW Unified title, which is the AEW Continental title and International title, Kazuchika Okada versus Swerve Strickland. I definitely will be there for that, okay? AEW Women's World title match, Toni Storm versus Athena. For the IWGP World Heavyweight title, we have Zack Sabre Jr. versus the one, the only Nigel McGuinness. And for the AEW World title match, we have Adam Page versus MJF. Now, mind you, we have the lights out steel cage match, ladies and gentlemen, where Darby Allin and the Golden Lovers of Kenny Omega and Kota Ibushi, along with Hiroshi Tanahashi and Will Ospreay, will go against the Death Riders of Claudio Castagnoli and John Moxley, along with Gabe Kidd. Again, every time I say it, Gabe Kidd, call me, okay? And the Young Bucks of Matt and Nick Jackson. Now on to what will be happening at 7 o'clock p.m. coming from the WWE in NXT. It's NXT Heat Wave, ladies and gentlemen, and we're going to burn this thing down over here, okay? You already know how it goes. We're having this 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 4 p.m. Pacific. I will be here. Let me put me to the side. I will be here for the watch along. So make sure you come on in. We're going to play games. We're going to have fun. It's going to be a good time. Okay? So back to the good stuff. We're going to see Chelsea Green and Ethan Page versus Tavion Heights and Tyra May Steele. We'll have TNA Knockouts World title triple threat match. It'll be JC James versus Ash by Elegance versus Masha Slamovich. We'll see WWE Women's title #1 contendership triple threat match, Lola Vice versus Jada Parker versus Kalani Jordan. We'll have the WWE NXT Tag Team title match where Hank and Tank, which is Hank Waller and Tank Ledger, versus Dark Slate, which is Cutler James, Deion Lennox, Osiris Griffin, and Shaquan Sugars. We have Jordan Grace versus Blake Monroe. And for the WWE title match, let me tell you again, Femi will be facing Javon Evans. Ladies and gentlemen, let's go to my favorite place. It's the hardcore place. It is GCW. And GCW will be having a show tonight, which I'm going to watch after I finish watching everything else. It is Homecoming. It'll be the part 2. So, part 2, it'll be Marcus Mathers and YDMP, which is Alex Price and Jordan Oliver, versus Miracle Ones of Dustin Waller and Ichiban and Kylan King. We have Los Desperados, which is Gringo Loco, and Jack Cartwheel versus BNDL48. Listen, they need to change their name at this point, okay? Thank you, ALW, for liking it on Facebook. I appreciate you. And also, let me come up here so I can give you your proper respect. Hey, 10. See, listen, as long as I got 10, I'm fine. You know, if you from the hood, 10 will do you real good. We had from the BNDL48. It's Christian Napier and Oldest Cougar. Drew Parker and Masai Takeda versus Lil Sicko versus Lil Sicko and Mr. Danger. We got a death match, John Wayne Murdoch versus Cyclope. And we got a GCW ultra violent title match where Matt Tremont will face Bear Bronson. Listen, the ultra violent match, let me tell you, I'm going to make myself a little circle. You see, the little match, they're normally violent. Pizza cutters, barbed wire, knives, staple guns. But when you get to the ultra violent match, they're going through panes of glass. They're trying to take each other to the upper realm of Jesus, okay? And I'm always for it. Listen, I don't like scary movies, but I like a good violent wrestling match. Oh, thank you to you. Let me go on back to the back because we got another show. It's progress, ladies and gentlemen. I was just like, if you're on my personal Facebook, don't ever worry. I will never say your whole name. I will hyphenate it. It is Progress, chapter 183, 100 votes, ladies and gentlemen. And it comes on tomorrow. Gives me a little break. Lana Austin and Alex versus Alexis Falcon. Alexis Falcon. Like, I feel like I'm back in the days of the telenovelas or like the daytime dramas. Lana Austin versus Alexis Falcon. We have Charlie Sterling versus Wallinson. I'm not even gonna pronounce that man wrong because that man deserves better than that. For those who don't know, if you want to drop your link in the chat, you can. It is !pink. I am a pink girl in my pink world, so that's why we choose that. Ricky Knight Jr. versus Car Noir. For the Progress Tag Team title match, we have Lycos Jim, which is Kid Lycos and Kid Lycos II, versus the Sunshine Machine of Chuck Mambo and TK Cooper. Progress Women's title match, Rio versus Kanji. We have a Progress Pro title 4-way fans bring the weapons match. Now, you heard me say it right. It's a title match where the fans bring the weapons. It's Paul Walter Hausen. And yes, if you're like, Delores, is that the award-winning Paul Walter Hausen you're talking about? I am. He wrestles. Listen, Little Scrappy used to wrestle, for those who don't even know. Floyd Mayweather has been in the ring. Logan Paul wrestles. We've had boxers wrestle. Listen, if anybody can wrestle, they generally make their dreams come true. We have, thank you, Jaleel. Jaleel he be my Twitch. He be over on my Twitch more than I do. He's gotten better, ALW. He's gotten a lot better. He's got a lot better. He used to get gassed at first when we first started watching him, but he's gotten a lot better. hell, they're gonna say he needs to act in. No. Listen, I've seen worse. I saw, ladies and gentlemen, let me put myself in the front. I saw Snooki in a wrestling match from the Jersey Shore. So if I put my bar at Snooki, I don't forget who's the UFC person we had for a while, the bald head dude that seemed like he didn't know what he was doing. But yeah, I've seen far worse, so I can take that. Paul Walter Hauser will face Simon Miller, Charles Crawley, and Bullet. Okay, that's y'all spelling these names crazy nowadays. Progress Aladdis. I'm just thinking about the name. I'm like, yo, but Atlantis title triple threat match: Mike DiVecchio versus Gene Mooney versus Will Cruz. This will be the goofy match because Mike pants toe tight. Gene likes to get wild and take his clothes off, and Will is just crazy. Progress World title tables, ladders, and chairs match. Luke Jacobs, that's a big boy right there, versus Man Like DeReese. Secretly, my brother, Man Like DeReese, I'm kind of seeing you come out there and talking about, but I say you, that gets on my nerves. Next thing, ladies and gentlemen, it's ROH. ROH is having Death Before Dishonor. You like how I said that? I said that with a little twinkle in my, I had to get deep for that. Death Before Dishonor. You know what I'm saying? And that comes on the 29th. We have the Fight Without Honor match. QT Marshall versus Paul Walter Hauser. For the ROH Pure title match, we have Lee Moriarty versus Zelua. I think that's how J News pronounced it. Zelua. For the ROH Women's World title match, we have Athena versus Mina Shirakawa. And for the ROH World title match, we have Bandito versus Hechicero. Ladies and gentlemen, that's the end. Oh, wait a minute. It's not, because it's time for the spotlight. Let me put myself up here. I picked the spotlight last week, and I forgot that it was J News' turn. And I was like, I'm going to save my spotlight for this week. And my spotlight for this week is the one, the only, Mr. Iguana. And the iguana is called Layeska, okay? Mr. Iguana and Layeska is tearing up a storm in WWE. They are on many shows. They on commercials. They are a AAA act who is now getting the spotlight everywhere. I love them. If you do not know, I love a good hardcore, but I love a good funny. I love a good fun. And that is Mr. Iguana and Layeska, okay? Layeska is the puppet lizard that you see on his shoulder. And he uses it in the match to get people unnerved. Also, I enjoy that he will take the bit and he will crawl on the ground. He takes this Mr. Iguana character seriously. He's been doing this forever. And he finally is getting the shine that he deserves. And I appreciate it. So, my spotlight of the week is Mr. Iguana and Layeska. Okay? So let me get on back to the studio because that is the end of that. Ladies and gentlemen, oh Jesus, I'm moving fast today. Probably because your girl got a watch along later on. We're going to talk about that in a minute. But J News is not here, and I wasn't going to do a rap lyric. And then I said, Delores, don't deprive them of a lyric. You have to give them something. And I went through a lot of songs. And I've been obsessed with one particular song all week long. And I was like, let me just go with one small piece. Because I can't do it. And I had to edit it too. To make it where I can tell you why I love this song. It is by Ken the Man. And her song is Anyways, Whatever. And the song, and this part of the lyric says, say he got money, well, me too. It just can't do it like me, like I do. itches be thinking that it's sweet till I knock out the itch sweet tooth. It's like an old ain't got no space in her house to tell her, oh, they gotta make room. And essentially what she said is, you think you can play with me, and this ain't the game you want to play. And you think that you gonna box me in, well, you gonna have to move because I'm gonna make a way. Okay. So that is my rap lyric. It is the artist Ken the Man, and the name of the title is Anyways, Whatever. I love Ken the Man, period. And also to bring it back to wrestling, Randy, yes, the Randy Orton said he likes to listen to Ken the Man too. So listen, I can deal with that. I love a good Ken the Man. Y'all can't stop me from loving Ken the Man. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to go over some things with you, some housekeeping, kind of sweep. I'm gonna make a little thing where it sweeps across of there. Ladies and gentlemen, let's start off with, yes, Hit the Ropes podcast comes on at 1:00 every Sunday, but next Sunday, because there is a pay-per-view show at like 2:00, we will be coming on at 9:00 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Hit the Rope podcast, it'll be Hit the Rope at night, okay? So make sure you remember, 9:00 next week, Hit the Ropes. It's already scheduled, so hit the notify button. I've already gotten it up because I did not want people to be confused. Please make sure you hit the notification. We will be on at 9:00 next Sunday. Ladies and gentlemen, you saw my good sis. Listen, I enjoy all the videos she put up. I enjoy all the lives she has. I've enjoyed all the conversations and the things that I've learned from 10 in some of these classes that she has. And I especially love the women's closet because it's a special place where women can come together and fellowship and get the weight of life off their chest. Sometimes you can't go to your family. Sometimes you can't go to your friends. You don't feel comfortable. You feel scared. This is a place you can go to and get help from other women. And 10 is very, very knowledgeable. She can point you in the right direction. She can help you find your North Star. And so I will tell people, please, please, women, I know you go through a lot. And I have had moments in the closet where I've had to open up and let it flow. Because sometimes you feel like as a woman, you can do everything and anything. Yes. But sometimes you need a shoulder to cry on. And this is the women's closet. So please go check it out. Also, if you didn't know, that good man, oh, Tia, that good man right here. Let me find him again. ALW, that man right there. He is one of the members of the Workhorse Wrestling Network. Please, please, I tell you all the time, go check them out. Please, please, Jaleel, I need you to send me. Wait till I finish it, then I'll tell you. You can scan the QR code, definitely, and that will have you to go over there. Workhorse Wrestling Network. I am the manager over at Workhorse Wrestling Network, so I set everything up. I do the social medias and stuff. I got to get back on that. But they are some fun people. You have the parents of ALW and CM. You have me, the teenager, Delores over there. Sometimes I can listen, and sometimes I'm a little wild and free. And then you got the kids of Anika and Sammy, which you never know what they're going to say or do. I mean, they get wild on Friday nights. So make sure you check out Workhorse Wrestling Network. They do a lot of AEW content. I'm more WWE content. So we kind of work with each other. And you all will see sometimes, even like today, if they were doing their lives, I'll tell you, if you like AEW, go over there and then this and this and that. So let me go until Jaleel. I need you to email me or send me in one of my chats, because you're linked on my social media, something, your QR code or something, so I can make a graphic for you. I meant to ask you that, and then just now today. I think I paused in the middle of the live the last time, and I was like, but nah, I remember now. See, I got my sense today. I can remember to ask you. Also, ladies and gentlemen, my good friend who has come on here many, many times, Slim Jim Longfoot. That's his to get to his socials and everything to scan that QR code. Yes, Slim's Jim Longfoot. He's the GOAT, and I'm a part of his membership. So I'm a black goat. Listen, ladies and gentlemen, I'm fancy and free. So make sure you go and check out Slim Jim Longfoot. Now, if you like comic books, Slim Jim makes comic books. He makes other books too. We're gonna talk about that later today. But Slim makes comic books, and these are all his comic books. He has a new one coming out soon. You can buy digital copies, which I have a digital copy of the new book, or you can get physical copies. Please, please, please go check him out. It is Slim Jim Longfoot. And listen, I love Johnny Quest Gaming. Johnny Quest Gaming and him, they make some good comic books. Good comic books. Okay? Where have you seen a black comic artist make black characters and fun things to do in a book? Please go check them out. Go check them out. Listen, ladies and gentlemen, I got a wonderful, wonderful woman I work with named Miss Joy. I love her so much. She's so cute and she's so fun and she's so bubbly. And she has lives on Monday and Thursday, 6:05 Pacific, 9:05 Eastern. On Monday, she does crafting. On Thursday, she prays. She prays for the community, social media. If you need a prayer to come in there, you can. I have seen people come in there and pray for people who are having surgery or whatever and come back the next week and say that they were able to leave the hospital early, that everything was fine. Those are the things that sitting back as somebody who managed these lives, I love to see because I love to see how people connect to each other in a great way. For those who don't know, if you're a quilter, this applies to you. If you do not quilt, we are accepting anything that can be in the auction that can be sold. If you make cups, if you make hats, if you make comments, if you write books, if you whatever you want to auction off, please, please, please send it to the address above. Also, her email is there. It's the Community Quilt Project and more. We just were more specific on this about what she wanted as far as the quilt blocks that were supposed to be obtained. But if you want to donate or you want to come to the auction when we set it up, all things are due by October 1st. So if you got something, if you like, hey, I do this or I do that and I want to auction this off, please reach out to Miss Joy or you can send it to her address above. No, ladies and gentlemen, for those who are going to ask me, just like y'all going to ask me about my phone number, that you ain't got to worry about that coming straight to her house, okay? So please, ladies and gentlemen, help these kids. They are boys. They were boys and girls, but they're just boys now. I think there are 12 boys who are there who don't have family, who don't have anybody. They need the love and support from the community to show that somebody cares about them. And it's hard to think of yourself in their predicament. If you had no one to show that they cared about you, no one to give you something, no one to contribute, to not have just sometimes the basic things you need, it would be heartbreaking. I imagine my nieces and nephews because they're young. I cannot see someone go through this type of thing and not contribute. Eventually, we will swap places. So it might be East Coast one year, West Coast one year, maybe doing it maybe twice a year. But this is the start of it. And we all can come together as a community and make this happen. So now we're gonna get on to some fun stuff because I love me some Miss Shirley OG Gardner. She come live every Thursday at 7 p.m. I'll be over there and I'll be having a good time laughing in the chat, learning about other stuff, getting some wisdom. Listen, if you haven't been over there, I suggest you go over there and check her out. Go, she deserves all the goodness in the world. Shout out to Miss Shirley if you all haven't been over there. You can get advice, you can get help to chat, even with seeing them swap seeds and say, I need this, I want that, I want to grow this, I want to learn that, and then everybody just speak and talk to each other is the greatest thing in the world. So make sure you check it out. Ladies and gentlemen, now we're going to get on to me. Because y'all know who I am. Y'all see that cute little girl living in her pink world? Because it's Delores of Delores Designs. Yes, I'm Delores, and I design. And this is how you get in touch with me. You can get in touch with me by this number. And for those who ask, this is not my phone number. You call straight to me, okay? I got multiple numbers. This is just one. So please, ladies and gentlemen, that you can get in touch with that, or you can get the Delores as email. Yes, I know you said Delores, it says email. Yes, that's for Zoom. Zoom has the email, and that's how I meet with people. If you're saying Delores, that QR code just a little tiny for me. I got a bigger version for you. Also, if you haven't, go check out J News. Go check out J News. Scan that QR code or type his name in the search bar. You can go check out J News. He does great reviews. Please go check out J News, okay? Then we're going to get into the nitty-gritty of what we here for today, ladies and gentlemen. 7 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Guess what? You can catch me here for the NXT Heat Wave. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to be partying. I'm going to be having a good time. I'm going to be dancing. I'm going to be singing. We're going to be having a good, fun time. Listen, I can't wait to sing Whoop That Trick. Yeah, to whoop that trick. I can't wait. So come on and party with me. Come on. Get your snacks. Let's have fun. Let's watch NXT Heat Wave. Now, ladies and gentlemen, on 31st, I'm going to be sipping my tea and having a good croquette with Clash in Paris. Ladies and gentlemen, Clash in Paris is on the 31st. I think it's at 2 p.m. set start time. So make sure you're there. And we're going to have a party. Listen, every watch along is a party. I want to have a party with you. I want to dance with you. I want to have fun with you. I want to just enjoy the life. And this will be the last, and I mean last, pay-per-view on Peacock. Because the next pay-per-view on the 12th September, guess what? Worlds collide. Listen, I can't wait for it. First pay-per-view on ESPN Plus. ESPN Plus, okay? So make sure. I mean, if you ain't got ESPN Plus, I can't help you, okay? You're going to have to find it the way you find it. But I got ESPN Plus now. $29.99. Now, you have to have ESPN Plus, not ESPN, ESPN Plus in order to see this. I'm not sorry, not ESPN Plus. Sorry. This is the first show of YouTube. AAA is on YouTube. YouTube. You can watch this with me on YouTube. Oh, you know what? I was thinking about the next show I'm about to talk about. The next show I'm talking about will be the first on ESPN Plus. It will be WrestlePalooza. That's the first show on ESPN. Sorry, you all. First show on ESPN Plus is WrestlePalooza. This one will be on YouTube. So I know y'all ain't got no excuse why y'all can't watch YouTube with me. You watch me on YouTube, you can watch this on YouTube. And we can talk about it and laugh about it. I know Mr. Iguana gonna be there. I know Layeska gonna be there. I know probably Hamburguesa will be there. So come on, make sure you come on in and have a good time. YouTube, ESPN Plus, Peacock. Okay? So, y'all already know what time it is. It's time for me to check the comments, and then it's time for me to act the fool. Yeah, don't worry about all that. Yeah. Yeah, we like to. Miss Joy is she's just so loving, and her crafting so far has been the blocks. She's eventually gonna, in a few weeks, change it. And so I can't wait for you all to see all the wonderful things she can make. Listen, personally, when she give me a cut, right? Because I know it's coming in my future, It's gonna fall from the sky. I'm praying for my cup right now. Well, when it comes in my hand, I'm gonna wave that cup from side to side. I don't even drink on camera. I'm gonna hold that cup and I'm just gonna hold it and I'm gonna be Vanna White in this piece about that cup. Okay. I'm already got my rhinestones. I'm gonna be rhinestoning, looking at a sewing machine. Listen, I'm gonna be out here. I'm gonna be the best crafter there is. Okay. But only friends and family. If you my friend to the end, like if you 10 or Jaleel or ALW or ARD or Ruby or Miss Joy or Miss Shirley, I'm gonna make sure, like 10 toes down, I'm gonna make you something. Now I ain't gonna say it's gonna be the greatest, but I'm gonna make you something. Okay? But ladies and gentlemen, I so much appreciate you. I appreciate everybody who has gotten me to 420. I don't know. Yesterday I said 21. Then I got offline and somebody was like, nope, 20. 420. And we've gotten over 1,000 watch hours, which I never, and I mean, I never thought I was going to get there. Never. I wasn't intending on doing this for money. I wanted to show people the fun that I have with tech and with sports. Still talking about, you all let me know in on my community wall if you all want to see more of my boxing, more of the football. Hold on. Because I just want to say, go, wait, it's coming off. Go Packers. Go Pack, go. Go Pack, go. I'm enjoying this season so far. Even though we've had some injuries, I wanted to cry, but I held it back and we've been doing good. Thank you, Tim. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So, without further ado, it's time for me to go because I got a pay-per-view that's on right now I got to watch. And I got one at 7 that I'm going to be watching, and one about 11 o'clock I'm going to be watching. So, it's time for us to take a little break. We'll come back. We'll see each other again. We'll play some fun games, talk a little smack, have a little fun. But as I always say, ladies and gentlemen, oh my God, you know what happened? I set this thing ablaze. J News will be proud of me. But you know what? It's burning. It's on fire. And I just can't say all that. It hurt my soul. It hurt my soul. And you know what that means? I gotta do something to help you. I got something to do to just help put this fire out. Okay? And I think I can help you. Wait a minute, wait a minute, wait a minute. If I cut the lights out, it's a cool breeze already happening. Already happening. Already happening. Thank you, Jaleel. And until then, which is 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 4 p.m. Pacific, I am going to say bye, and I'll see you then.